Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Worst Golf Podcast. Everybody wants to be the best. We strive to be the worst. When a bad take is necessary, we're going to be here to share it with you. I'm your host, JB, and with me is Morgan. She's going to spend most of her time off camera, but she still has all those buttons to keep me in line. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe and like the video on YouTube. If you're watching there, if you're listening, make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your audio podcasts from. Do us a favor and leave us a review. It matters more than you know. And we're in our new studio. So want to show this off for everybody who's watching live or will tune in later. That we got 3 cameras set up, and the studio's kind of a work in progress, wouldn't you say?
Definitely a work in progress.
If you see us looking up, it's because there's a large TV behind us here, and that's kind of there so we can follow your comments live in the chat.
Yes, exactly. So oftentimes you'll see me like this, and it's because I'm trying to read the comments that are in front of my face here.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can still hear me too.
We've been off for what was supposed to be 2 weeks, turned into a couple of months.
I knew it was never going to be 2 weeks.
There's been a lot that's been going on, and we have a lot to cover today, but we kind of wanted to walk you guys through the new studio. 2 big lights right here. You won't see those on camera, but they're really, really large on really, really large metal stands. Yeah. Obviously, the wonderful guitar behind us that was custom painted for us. If you switch it over to me, Morgan, you see we have a shelf back here. That right there, the license plate and the Kramer playing golf thing. Shout out to Chris Vachal from Mizuno who sent that to me. He's an avid Seinfeld person.
Yes, as are you.
We figured that would be perfect for us. Those shelves behind me here are going to get populated over the course of the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's from gifts from the audience, whether it's from gifts from the industry, THP Experiences, that's what it's going to be there for.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get into why we're new studio.
Okay. You want me to go widescreen?
Yeah, go widescreen. Right. So.
Oh, wait, wrong one. Darn it. I knew I was going to do that.
We were planning on doing a remodel of the studio anyway.
Yes, we were.
When we designed that first one, we liked the way it was set up, but we didn't like the fact that when we wanted to talk to each other during the show, we were away from Mike.
Right, exactly. And then we were always turning our heads.
Yeah. So we're still turning our heads. And we were actually talking about that before the show about we need to add another TV. But so you guys, we're pretty transparent. I would say very transparent. We share our personal lives with everybody. You guys know we made a move from Nashville back to Florida for family health reasons. Yes. My father getting older in his 80s, Morgan's father having a heart attack. Happening around the same time. It was time for us to get back to this area because the truth is if you're 10 hours away, you might as well be 24 hours away.
Yeah, exactly.
And if something happens, we weren't able to get back.
No,
it was just that easy. Right.
Yeah.
So we decided to move back to Florida. So we moved back. We found an area we liked, which was Northeast Florida.
Correct. And it also gave you the ability to travel.
Get out of the state fairly quickly rather than going back to Clearwater.
Yes.
And we bought a home.
Yes.
And we loved that home.
Dream home. Amazing.
Absolutely dream home. We loved everything about it. 6 months later, we sold that house and moved.
Yeah. I still don't like talking about it.
Yeah, I don't either. And we hadn't shared that part. We talked about building the studio again and redoing this, but we hadn't talked about the fact of
I feel like it was pretty obvious. Like I shouldn't say obvious, but I have a feeling people kind of picked up on it.
Yeah, I think they kind of picked up on it because we had done the Tech Studio 2.0 and some things like that. But there was some stuff missing from that house, but also there was some stuff going to happen around that area.
Yes.
And we thought the timing was right to get over here, and we were able to get into a house that we love and in the neighborhood we wanted originally.
Right. Neighborhood we wanted originally, house that we love. We're getting there.
There's a lot of construction going on to say we're getting there.
Yeah.
But we were able to get into a golf cart neighborhood, and that's something that I've talked a lot about on THP. I've wanted that for a while. We've been fringe previously.
We have.
But now we're able to go everywhere on the golf cart, and Arrow is still can you kind of see him there? He's still on his little perch. Our old man loves the golf cart, so we're able to take him to the dog park and stuff on the golf cart, which is kind of nice.
I love doing that.
So if you guys have questions about the studio or about what's coming here and everything, please let us know on the forum, in the chat, things like that. Somebody asked if there's going to be a pot filler. No, there's not.
We tried. Okay,
We
so
tried.
Here's the thing. There's a spigot on the outside, right? And so we talked to the plumber and we said, can you add one? Because it's on the other side of the kitchen. And I was like, we're going to do this. And he said, well, if you want to tear up all of your walls so that we can find the right piping and then run it, sure. Like, that's definitely not going to be worth it. So no, sadly, no pot filler, but the kitchen is currently under renovation. And it's been a process.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a process. Yeah. Now, obviously, this is Masters Thursday. We're excited about that. We know you guys are. I want to remind everybody, tomorrow's off course with Dan is a Masters show. Now, they recorded it the day before, so their predictions could get a little interesting, being that it comes out on Friday. But you're going to want to listen to that. It's really, really good. I listened to it while I was editing it. It drops tomorrow morning, and it's a good kind of let's talk Masters without going die hard into it, because there's a lot of limited edition talk, things like that. And the stuff that everybody kind of likes. Stuff that not everybody likes is something that happened last night. So when I left the show off, you want to switch the camera angle because I'm going to go full nuclear, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
When we last left the show, I was on a little bit of a roll with some rants.
Yes. This is actually better because now I can read and no one has to know that I'm turning my head.
There you go. You can read any comments that come up to me.
I will. Okay.
So it's really hard to get banned from the THP forum. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, it depends on who's doing the banning. It's really hard for you to ban somebody.
Yeah, I try not to do that. I'll even, if I can't believe we're talking about this with grown men and adults and, you know, everything else. You might get sent to timeout like we're children, but getting banned is harder. I don't do it.
No, you don't. Usually the rest of us do.
So for me to ban somebody, it takes a lot, assuming they're not a spammer or a scammer or something like that.
Obviously, yeah.
A little over a year ago.
Dan says annoyingly hard.
The ban hammer would come out a little quicker with some other people. But about a year ago, somebody got banned because they went full postal. And their posts had kind of changed over the course of a year. They were always a little out there.
I'm going to say I personally think that there are some serious mental health issues.
I think there could be too, and that's why I walk delicately on it.
Yes.
But it got to the point where the person would vanish for a little bit, and it's the internet. That happens. People's lives get in the way. And then they'd come back, and there would be some crazy story about a shooting or a fight, or there was always something.
Right.
And it got to the point where they threatened another member. And that just doesn't fly.
Yeah, that's going to be a bannable offense for sure.
And right after they were banned, they quickly created 2 or 3 more accounts, came on like everybody else always does.
Everybody else does that.
And we kind of merged those accounts with the banned account, and they just stay banned.
Right, exactly.
I hadn't put any thought to this gentleman since that night.
I actually forgot until you told me, and I had to ask you questions like, wait, which person was that?
Yeah. And then I woke up to an email through the contact us on our website, which goes to admin@thehackersparadise.com for anybody wondering.
You get.
Yeah. And I think you still get it. Do you not get it anymore? Okay. No. Lucky you.
I got tired of getting this.
And I'm not. So I did a word count, and it was 2,468 words.
That's a lot of words.
Email. Yeah. To give you an idea, our feature articles where we go crazy in depth, and James is really good about 1,600, 1,800, maybe 2,000 if it's something we're really passionate about. I
couldn't even tell you the last time.
Our brand stories that are crazy long, most of them don't get this long.
And that includes quotes.
Yeah. But I'm going to read you a couple of excerpts from this. And I'm not going to say this person's name. I don't think that's right. I think people can probably figure it out if they want to, but that's up to them.
Right. And we're prefacing this is not to like mock or make fun of or anything like that. It's just
to kind of give you an idea of.
It's behind the scenes of THP and the things that we see and deal with.
So I'm not going to read all of it. Like I said, this would be a 3-hour show. But it starts with, I don't really get being banned. I told someone I'd break their face. That's not untrue. I'm 3rd degree Muay Thai, and at 44 have only been in training, striking, and 1 bout against my mentor. That was achieved in 2004. I'm almost a 20-year 3rd degree. No advancement is possible. I've struck with the 4th degree guys in my state, blah, 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 blah. He won't advance me because my advancement fight I had, the guy choked out but gassed after 2 prior bouts and decided to not puke on him, so I tapped. I'm asking for reinstatement. I signed back up then, yes, with a different account, multiple times. I've also refrained from doing so again for almost a year. I appreciate the experience, but I don't even golf anymore. It's been almost 2 years to the day since I've played. I'm a trim 100 pounds lighter than I was and can't seem to hit a golf ball anymore. I still like it, I just don't play. I'm not an attorney except for myself. I defended myself in my case where I shot somebody 24 times and killed them. Yes, that's real. I don't want to go down that path again. But he broke into my house and stabbed me multiple times. But he won't win that one you won't win a legal fight against me, not tactically or legally. I don't care what. I have a 3/4 of a second draw to hit, and I'm the best striker in the state of Ohio. Sure, someone younger than me will avoid me long enough to tire me, but I'm the best there is. I've served a good amount of time out, and the only way you'll ever know it's me is if I want you to. Not a threat, just reality of the digital age. I've earned my doctorate status. I'm not digital. I'm medical. Yes, I'm a doctor. Now, please reinstate me. I deserve to be on THP. What the fuck?
Language.
Like, what is that?
I don't know, but
For those wondering, it's not Canadan.
There's a lot of really funny comments about that. But okay, so all I heard was I'm the best there is, and I went straight to I don't know which wrestler, but someone says like I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Right? Somebody in the comments tell me who that is because I know that there's somebody. I know that's a wrestler.
Yeah,
and that's all I kept saying in my head.
I just want to tell people this is not changed.
No.
Right before the show, I copy and pasted people or pieces from the email into this little note thing we have.
I sincerely just think that this person is possibly.
But what the fuck? Like, how are you supposed to? I can't respond to it, right? Like,
no.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I'm laughing at all the wrestling comments.
I knew it was the wrestler.
Like,
it's such a good song. The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
I deserve to be so we have a staff writer who has been with us a long time. He had some time off when he stopped playing golf. And I just come back to the same quote he said 12, 13 years ago.
He's had some really good quotes, actually.
There's no quiz to get on the internet.
No.
And if there was, this would not be a thing.
Same person who said you can't scrape sunshine. You don't have to scrape sunshine off.
You don't have to shovel sunshine.
No, scrape sunshine off a windshield. That's what it was.
That's true.
Yeah. When I was complaining that it was hot.
So yeah, that's what I woke up to. I woke up at 4:30 this morning. That was waiting for me in my inbox, and I was like, "Yay, Masters!" Oh no.
You can't go back to sleep after that.
Yeah. Oh no, there was no going back to sleep.
There's no going back to sleep after that.
We got a lot to cover today.
Yeah.
I wanted to get that out of the way early. We have the Morgan Cup announcement of the final person. Sorry, we had to lose somebody to injury. That seems to happen on Team Hackers. They're probably like, "Oh, I got to play with JB." We're going to announce that. There were a lot of people who signed up to that. Random draw gave us this person. But I want to cover a couple other things. We're going to go over the Project X experience too.
Yes.
Have you ever gone onto Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and you fall down the ad like, I need that thing?
Not really.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't say not really. It's happened.
Well, it happened to me a couple weeks ago. I should say about a month ago. And there was a product called Flask App. And I was like, this is the freaking coolest thing ever. It's this. I'll show you guys in a second. But it's a top that goes on your tumbler. And you press a button and a shot of liquor goes in your drink.
You explained this to me and I was like, what are you talking about?
And even if you're not a drinker, you could do it. You could have lemonade and mix iced tea in there. Right. You could do a lot of different things with it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So I didn't buy one. I was going to, and I didn't buy one. And then out of the blue, the company reached out to us.
They're always watching.
And they said, hey, we listened to the Worst Golf podcast. We want to give a coupon to your audience. And I said, well, that's cool, but I need to try it.
Right.
And I said that because for two reasons. Number one, we will never have an ad on our show without trying a product. That's true. That goes for THP. That goes for this show. That goes for everything. We must try a product first and agree with it. The second thing, that's why you don't hear ZipRecruiter or Blue Apron or everything else that's on every podcast out there.
No.
But neither one of us are huge drinkers.
No, I don't really drink at all.
No. And I don't drink when I'm playing golf.
No.
But there are times when I was like, oh, I'd like to have a drink. I'm hitting in the tech studio or whatever. And
Now that we have a golf cart.
yeah, now that we have a golf cart.
Not that we condone drinking and driving.
Even on the golf cart.
Even on the golf cart. You can still get arrested.
But they sent it to us. And I'm going to show you the pieces. First, this is, you want to bring it over to me, Morgan, for a close-up?
There we go.
This is what the tumbler looks like. It's going to be a little blurry in this view, but they get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Standard tumbler, standard top. That's it. This, now you can go back to the widescreen.
Okay.
This is the top. It goes on, this will fit on any 20-ounce tumbler just about.
Yeah.
So it goes on here.
Yeah. So you don't have to use their tumbler.
No.
Although it is a nice
screws on. This piece is called the Matic or the Matic. I don't actually know. I'm guessing Matic for like automatic.
Oh, yeah.
But what's interesting about this is if you push this button, exactly 1/2 of a shot of alcohol will drop into your beverage.
So it dispenses a half a shot of alcohol.
And you can lock it.
Right,
So
which
when you
I saw that
do
and
the
I
slide
like
thing, you don't have to deal with that. And to fill it, you just unscrew the little top and you fill it up.
It's a flask.
It's basically a flask on top of your tumbler. So I don't know what the comments are saying. I'm not reading them. But what I will say is I was kind of blown away by it.
Yeah, it's actually really cool.
So I reached back out to the company, and they have 2 sizes. They have the big one, too. This one, for anybody who asks, this holds 6 ounces of liquor on the top. The bigger one holds 9. So if a shot is 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces, this would hold 4 for your drinks. This would hold more, obviously.
4 shots feels like if I had 4 shots, I'd be in the hospital.
Yeah. So, mixed drinks, whatever your drink is, each time you press it, 1/2 ounce.
Yeah.
So for Dan, he would press it 5 times because he said, what's the 3-ounce option? There you go. I think that I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. And we're going to have a coupon code for you guys on the forum later if you want one. Again, not a big deal. I just happen to really like it. Figured I'd share it along. We have a 10% off coupon. But it's pretty darn cool, and I was impressed.
Yeah, apparently I'm insulting people because that isn't a lot. Sorry, I don't drink. I don't know. I just assumed it was a lot.
But again, works on any tumbler. They happen to sell their own too, but I just thought it was cool.
No, I think it's really cool. Like someone else said, you could add like lemon juice to it, and then you can have like lemon water or something like that too. Like it doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't. I think it serves a purpose with alcohol,
of course,
the amount it shoots, but totally get it.
Exactly.
Excuse the cough. I was fine for a while we weren't doing the show. Then I got sick again. I'm getting over that. Yeah. Apparently this thing, so I see Cody in the chat said, put Mio in it. What did I tell you before the show started? I said, I will put Mio in this.
Yeah.
I'm about 1/2 ounce of Mio in a glass of water anyway.
Don't let me put Mio in it.
I want to chew it. That's how.
No, but when you were sick and you said, can you make me one? And
I did. It was so strong. It was like syrup.
I don't use it, so I didn't know. And I just kept squeezing and squeezing. And he was like, why is it so dark?
Yeah. So, but pretty cool. I was pretty impressed. And if somebody wants to try just the top, I think I think it would fit on the THP limited series ones we did.
I think so too. We'll have to test it.
And I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Before we get to Morgan Cup, I'm going to go over the Project X experience.
I'm going to move it to you.
We were pretty excited about this. So for a long time, we did the handcrafted experience where people got to roll their own shafts and things like that. And then we started doing stuff with True Temper. It was more playing golf and getting a passion for it. We were out in San Diego and we sat down with Keenan and Don and kind of talked about wanting to go with something that combined golf, education, a little bit of fitting, things like that into one, and wanted to do it at the golf course. And for those wondering, you can mark the calendar down. The dates are September 21st through the 23rd. This year, obviously. And it's going to be at Dormy Club in North Carolina, in West End. I'm pretty excited about that. What's so funny?
I'm getting text messages that says, liar, he drinks.
I do drink, just not a lot. Yeah. And we're going to do something a little different. It's going to be a small group. A couple of THPers are going to join Keenan and I at Dormy Club, where we're going to go through like a shaft boot camp. They're going to learn everything they've ever wanted to learn, cut through all marketing. We're going to talk Project X through and through. We're going to have shafts out there for people to try. We'll have a club, we'll find out what club heads you're using ahead of time for driver, and we'll bring that, make sure they have that adapter on there. It's going to be awesome, and you're going to get to put shafts right in play on the course.
Yeah, for the golf diehard, this is going to be an amazing
experience.
It's
absolutely. If you're a shaft person, it's wall-to-wall golf. It's wall-to-wall golf with one of the best shaft manufacturers in the world in Project X.
Yes.
It's doing so with Keenan, who's an absolute blast. I give him a hard time a lot, but he's just so much fun.
He is. He's
and
such
just
a nice
wealth
guy.
of knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're pretty excited about that. We're doing a Dormy Club, which Keenan and I specifically chose because it's a driver-friendly golf course in a lot of spots. And we didn't want to go to some place where you're going to pull driver out of the bag when you just got, a new shaft in your driver.
Yeah.
So that's super exciting. We'll have the full details on that coming up soon, where you can sign up and enter the contest to go. And I should add one more thing.
What?
It's free.
It's free.
They'll have to get themselves there, but after that, we're covering everything.
That's amazing.
And it's expensive.
Someone said you aren't a shaft man, you're the ass man.
Yeah, that's true. It says so right there.
I know. So funny.
So we still have to get to the Morgan Cup stuff, but I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
Oh, geez.
Who's going to win the Masters this year?
I have no idea.
Well, pick somebody.
I don't even know who's playing in the Masters this year.
Well, you might want to go with somebody.
I mean, I know who's playing in it, but I have no idea. I haven't watched yet.
Is it going to be Rory?
I hope not. Sorry. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I forgot we were live on air.
Yeah. So there's, okay, who's not going to win?
Tiger.
Well, yeah, that's apparent as of this morning.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to win.
I think there's some names. Victor Hovland's going off this morning when this is live right now. Rahm started slow with a 4-putt on the first hole, but he's done pretty well. Xander's looking pretty good. The Masters usually comes down to about 20 guys.
If Rahm wins, our nephew will. This is his favorite player for some reason. His favorite golfer is John Rahm. I think he just likes the way it sounds.
Or he's used to mom going crazy too, and like John Rahm does on the golf course.
No.
I think that's probably it.
No. Joking, Lauren. Joking.
She's not listening.
She might be.
Maybe. It's true though. I mentioned tomorrow's off course. You're gonna want to listen to that. It's really good. It'll drop super early in the morning, so you'll be able to go through and kind of see it. The weather's going to be an issue at the Masters all week long, we think, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It'll come down to something really good. But we mentioned earlier moving to a golf cart neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this a little on the show about why do guys love golf carts and golf cart life? Why is that?
I don't know. Okay.
I'm asking the audience that in general.
Can you guys explain it to me? Okay, I get it a little bit now as we've started to experience it over the last month, but you could wait. Literally before we even bought our house, he had a deposit down on a golf cart.
First of all, we did because I don't have a checkbook. You wrote the check.
True. That is very true. But still, you were so excited about it. I'm over here trying to plan renovations and packing the house and all this other stuff. Yeah,
because that stuff doesn't matter to me. The golf cart does.
I need a minute, people. But all he cared about was the golf cart. And he was like, look at this and look at that. And then we're driving the golf cart after we get it. And he's like, oh, they have this one and they have that one.
Yeah.
This.
You always check out the models.
They all look the same to me.
No, they don't look the same.
Well, they do to me.
Well, if it has a colored roof, what do you know?
It's Chinese.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Chinese made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
If the roof is not black or white or whatever it is, normally it's
I know this now.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's one of those brands. You kind of care. You kind of care. And you've adapted to it a little bit.
I do like the golf cart lifestyle.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yes.
Hop in the cart, go to Publix, get a sub, take the dog with us.
But the actual cart, still don't care.
Well,
comfortable seats is really the only thing that matters to me.
We do have comfortable seats.
And the trunk.
The trunk?
Well, yeah.
Oh, we have a trunk in the back too.
So we have no kitchen, which means we have to go out to eat all the time, which is...
We'll have a kitchen as of the end of this week.
Soon. Yeah, exactly. But so we usually take the golf cart and go pick up some kind of takeout. We take Arrow with us, and then you can put it in the trunk as you drive home. It's nice.
It sounded like you said put Arrow in the trunk.
No. Although, I did do one thing. I did do a prescription pickup from the curbside pickup in the golf cart. And I called the number because, you get there and it's the curbside. And I called the number and they said, what type of vehicle? I said, I was in a blue golf cart. The guy laughed so hard. He was like, seriously? I was like, yeah, I got an email that I can do curbside pickup for prescriptions. So here I am. And it was a prescription for the dog too, which made it even funnier.
Yeah. I have a prescription for Arrow. I will be in the golf cart. For those on the forum, you've probably seen it. We have a deal of the month now from Budget Golf. It's not an affiliate program. We make $0 whether you support it or not. I happen to really like this month's deal. So if you're looking for polos, the Puma Matter stuff is about as good as it gets for high performance. It seems weird to say performance in a shirt, but if you're watching the Masters, it's the opposite of what Tiger is wearing right now, where it looks like he's wearing a chamois. The Puma Matter stuff is fantastic. If you buy it before the 10th, it's free shipping also. So $29.99 marked down from $49 just with this coupon.
And free shipping. Shipping is expensive.
And they have multiple colors. It's a really good shirt. I bought 2. I had one other one already. It's really, really good. Next week, you can switch the camera over to you. You are traveling.
Oh, wait, I gotta remember which camera it is. I think it's this one. Okay. This is really close up view. I don't know how I feel about this. Yes, I'm traveling. I am JD Talks and I are going to California, and it is Cobra Puma's. What's really Cobra?
Yeah, it's really, Cobra. It's not Puma.
It's just not Puma. It's Cobra's 50th anniversary, and they're going to have a big party, and Jeremy can play golf, and I'll ride around. And we'll make sure that we get all the coverage and get everything out there.
Yeah, we'll have a big live thread for that coming up. 50th anniversary is pretty awesome. And we've been talking to them about it and stuff, and they're really excited.
Yep. And we got preview of like kind of
the stuff that's coming.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
I think you guys are gonna love it. And with Morgan Cup orders coming shortly after that, we're gonna be excited for that. So because of that travel, next week's show is actually gonna be on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be early because I'm out of here on Wednesday, and I don't get back till late on Friday.
Tuesday we'll have a live show, and we got some pretty fun stuff to cover next week. But I'm not gonna leave here without going over the Morgan Cup captain, and then I want to go over a couple of other things that we wanted to share. First, so we had a guy drop out. He was hurt. He got hurt right after getting in. It felt bad for him. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's TJ Riska.
Sure.
But I don't know exactly how to do that. And we asked, instead of just going back through the list of people who signed up originally, we put it out there, one spot open. Yeah. Here's the deal. Sign up. And we got a lot of them. And I was talking to Lord Talks there. He's a dictator. That's why we call him Lord.
Lord. Okay, got it.
About the signups. And one of the things that was pretty interesting was I'd say a good 20% of them didn't sign up originally.
Interesting. Really?
Yeah. Huh. And also when you go through the handicaps, it's so polarizing.
Yeah. But I love that.
It filled in, and I don't even know if the person's a good golfer or not a good golfer, but I'm excited to welcome the person to the team. But yeah, so there was a lot of entries.
Yeah.
And we had one spot. And it doesn't mean there won't be another spot open up, but we hope not.
We hope not, just because I don't want someone else to not be able to attend. But I do love that people of all
I know. It means the world to us.
Agreed.
This is called the Hacker's Paradise, not just Miss the Tour Paradise.
Right.
There's other websites for that.
Every single time I have to go do something and I tell them the name of the company, I'm like, not computer hacking.
Yeah.
Every single time.
But I want to welcome, I'm sure he's not listening, Sweet and Low to Team Hackers.
I use Sweet and Low in my coffee.
I do too, actually.
Yeah. I know you're probably not supposed to, but I grew up on it.
Somebody asked how many entries switched from Paradise to Hackers. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people. They sold out Jeremy so fast. It was unbelievable.
I'm not even a little bit surprised by that.
And for that, I'm rooting for Jeremy. Not to win necessarily, but I'm rooting for him. Somebody asked me a question that was rather interesting. They said, you mentioned why you're the captain of Team Hackers.
Right.
And it's because I have to be.
Right.
So what happens next year if Jeremy wins?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I have to come back.
Yeah.
So unless I join Team Paradise, which I would never do. Flip-floppers are the worst. Flip-flopping for a final
wear flip-flops.
Flip-flopping for a final spot, I get. Flip-flopping after you've been on the team or something like that, F that. That's weak.
And not just on the team. You're the captain of the team.
Yeah, that's weak.
Yeah, like you can't do that.
Flip-flop. So unless we can change the rules somehow at the Dormy Network, that's technically what's going to happen.
Right.
So I could root for Jeremy. I'm not. But
no,
then I get to come back and take him on again. I mean, I like Jeremy. He's fun.
I know.
But he is kind of a dictator. So I kind of want to beat him.
Jeremy, I think you're wonderful. He has to drive me to and from the airport.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think you're fantastic.
Weak sauce. Are you saying rigged? Yeah, I'm saying rigged. We're gonna reverse the curse this year, though. The curse of the eggplant.
Oh,
That stupid fucking emoji.
I hate
Sorry,
that emoji.
I hate that thing.
I do too.
It's a bunch of guys who really love to look at penis-shaped vegetables. I guess I don't know.
I'm grabbing this because somebody was asking about this earlier. Like, you drink out of it too.
Yeah.
So, like, people were asking, you just use it like a regular tumbler. So, like, that's the little mouthpiece where you would drink out of, and then you would store the rest of it in here. Sorry if I hit my mic.
Somebody said, "Congrats, Marty." I don't know who that is. I'm assuming Sweet and Low's name is Marty. I don't know who that is. I've never met this gentleman. I don't know anything about him. He's been on the forum for a long time based on the time, but he doesn't have a ton of posts. So hopefully this brings him out of his shell. I'm excited for him, and excited for him in general because our experiences are pretty awesome. This is a first-time experience goer. They're going to get to see something pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
So I'm asking people before we sign off, and David Hibbler's now dead to me.
Saw that. I knew you were going to get mad at that.
What should go on the shelf?
Yeah. What should we put on there?
So we have 2 shelves that can definitely be seen. Now, switch the camera back to me and they'll see the other shelf.
Still taking a minute. There.
Next to Ass Man and the one below it. And the head covers are not going to stay.
Yeah.
So what should go on the shelf?
Yeah, because you need those.
Marty and Low he says, "I'm sweet and low, LOL."
Oh.
Maybe the creepiest line I've ever seen.
No, I don't think so.
But congratulations,
Marty. So, okay, yeah, because if you go here, you can see some of the top and the bottom there.
Yeah. So we need to know what you guys like. And for those people wondering, go back to the other view.
I'm still working on these buttons, guys.
That sign right there, that black sign that has nothing on it, that was used back in the day when Dan was doing a lot of videos. We'd put little signs on it for remembering certain text things. But that wedge is actually laser done by Anthony Toronto at Callaway and has it's the outside shape of our dog Duke that passed away.
That's right.
And his coloring. I'm not going to get up and do it, but it's done in black and white. Anthony did that for us when we lost Duke. 7 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
That's what that wedge is. Bunch of stuff up there. But we want you guys to tell us in the forum what we should have back there.
What should we put up there? What do you think of the setup? Like,
we want to hear from everybody.
Everything's a work in progress right now. We're just still kind of trying to feel.
The only thing that's working right is lighting, and that's because
we paid somebody to do it. A professional who knew what he was doing, because we do not.
So that's it for the comeback show.
I think so. Yeah. We don't want to take up too much time.
No, it's Masters Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
So for myself and Morgan, we will see you guys Tuesday of next week. And congrats again to Sweet and Low. And don't forget those details in the Project X experience because it's going to be awesome.
I know. I'm excited about it.
We'll see you guys in a few days.
All right. Bye, guys. Oops. There we go.